As gamblers, I think we always gravitate toward the favorites. It's basic human nature. I think we're hardwired that way. In college football, however, when I'm thinking about or when I'm actually laying double digits, I always consider what type of team offensively I'm willing to lay those double digits with, because it all comes down to clock management in the latter stages of the game. So, for example, I tend not to lay double digits with a team that plays a spread offense because generally those teams, they're still slinging the ball around in the fourth quarter. They're not built to run the ball, to wind down that clock, which is going to keep the other team, the team that you don't want to sneak in the back door, on their sideline. No, that's not the type of team that you generally want to be laying the big double digits in a close game. Doesn't give you that warm, fuzzy feeling. But yesterday, I saw Notre Dame, and I had them at 14 and a half points when I released the play, and eventually that line went up to 15 and a half points. But I had a top rated 15 dime best bet on Notre Dame at home against Wake Forest because, again, a strong ground team, a team that was in the top 10 in terms of rushing offense, a team that just would wear down their opponents and run that time off the clock. That's the type of team that I had no problem with laying double digits. And I felt pretty damn good because going into the fourth quarter in South Bend yesterday, playing their third straight game at home, well, hell, I had a 25-point lead on Wake Forest. And with 10 minutes to go in that game, I still had a 25-point lead. And okay, Wake Forest scored with 8:45 to play and cut into that deficit, but I still felt good until, of course, Wake Forest scored again another touchdown with 51 seconds to play and snuck into the back door. Ouch. Now, rest assured, ouch was not the four-letter word that I muttered yesterday. You can imagine which one mine started with. Damn, I'll tell you what, some back doors hurt a lot more than others when they hit you in the ass, and that certainly was one of them. But what are you going to do? It's gambling. There are no guarantees. You pick yourself up, you shrug your shoulders, you mutter your next favorite obscenity. For me, there was 3 or 4 choice ones in a row yesterday, and you go, it happens sometimes. Now, I will tell you this. Going into that game yesterday, no matter what, I knew today that I was coming with a huge play. There was a game that I decided on Friday when handicapping the Sunday NF card, today's card, that I was unloading on. As you know, 99% of my plays are rated between 5 and 15 dimes. I just like the compactness of that scale so I can always let you know exactly how I like to play. I've never been one of these guys that, hey, I've got a 500 zillion star play. I've got these quadruple platinum rated plays. I just like that compact scale. It's like the Morning Star rating system for me. You know exactly what I have because I've made it quite clear how much I like a play. But today, I have an ultra rare 30 dime release in the NFL. How rare? Well, gee, Johnny, how rare are those plays? I am 10 and 4 with these plays over the past 6.5 years in the NFL. 10 and 4. That's how many, 14 of them. My last play, I remember it vividly. It was my birthday, January 18th, 2015. It was the first ever playoff teaser that I had, and I won that too. So we're almost 2 years out since I last had one of these plays. It is on your late afternoon game between the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Love this game. And it happens to be the half price play of the day because I continue to prove to you that you don't have to spend big money to make big money. And what is the coupon code? Oh, gee, let's come up with something innovative. The word half. Does that work for you? It works for me. Half. HALF. 39 play. Now, let me just give you the warning. You're not taking the mortgage payment. You're not taking your kid's tuition. You're not taking food off the table, right? Money that you've earmarked for it. This is just me telling you how I love this play. You have to play it within your own money management system. You have to play it according to what your own bankroll allocation system is. Remember, gambling is fine as long as you never bet more than you can afford to lose. Keep that in mind. That is really the golden rule of gambling. Never bet more than you can afford to lose, and therefore you'll never get into a deep financial abyss from which there is no escape. It is such a simple philosophy. It's amazing how gamblers just simply can never, some of them can never grasp that very simple concept. But anyway, now you've been warned, you know what's going on. In terms of other guys that have big plays today, let me just tell you that Chris Jordan, Did he finally lose an NBA play on Friday night? Yes. And did he come right back yesterday with another 1,000-star top-rated winner? Washington State outright over Stanford? Yes, he did. Today, ninth ever double your wager 2,000-star NFL release in 35 years. Goes on the early card, Cincinnati and Jacksonville. Twice as strong as the Super Bowl winner last year on the Patriots. Matches his 2,000-star NBA double your wager winner number 25 out of 33 when he gave you Indiana over Sacramento on Tuesday. It's over half price off by using coupon code Chris. Yeah, I'm really getting original with these coupon codes, am I not? By the way, $1 bettors in the NFL have won a little over 13 grand, and over the past 2 years, and going back to the end of last November, $1 bettors in all sports, following Chris's advice, have won a little over $55,000. And the final thing I just wanted to tell you today, Matt Rivers, last Sunday, first blank check NFL release, 12th ever in his career. He's been a charter member of the site 15 and a half years. Cowboys over the Redskins. You got it for over half price off last Sunday. Today, 13th ever blank check NFL play. Second straight Sunday. Rams Giants early card. Get it for over half price off. Coupon code blank, BLANK. Let's get to your complimentary plays here. Not a big card in terms of quantity of games I like, but there's a couple of quality games I like, and I'm going to start with the Tennessee Titans, who had a perfectly timed bye week in terms of getting a couple of key players healthy. DeMarco Murray, who says he feels the best he has felt with a number of nagging injuries, the hamstring, the knees, the ankles, since training camp, and Marcus Mariota, who you saw, even though he started the final two games prior to the bye week against Indianapolis in that Monday night game, and then in the overtime one against Cleveland, that hamstring injury had hampered his mobility, and that's such a big part of his game. That bye week certainly helped him, not 100% healthy, but get closer to full health. So I think that's perfect for them coming back. They're hosting Baltimore today. You know, that division is there for them now, with Deshaun Watson suffering the season-ending knee injury. So the Titans, a 3.5-point favorite today, coming off the bye, 2 straight wins against the Colts and the Browns before the bye week. You got a Ravens team coming here, coming off the Thursday night 40-0 win over Miami. And I ask you this, were the Ravens that impressive that night, or were they impressive because the Dolphins suck? I say it's the latter. Because this, remember, we're a Ravens team that lost 24-16 in Minnesota and got upset at home 27-24 in overtime to the Chicago Bears in the previous 2 games. And go back to that Bears game. How did Chicago win that game? It wasn't because of Mitch Trubisky. It's because Chicago just ran the ball right down the Ravens' throat. Ravens, second worst run defense in the league. What do the Titans do best? Run the ball with Derrick Henry and hopefully a healthy DeMarco Murray. I think that's the key to success here. Baltimore's offense is pathetic. Joe Flacco just doesn't apparently have it anymore this year. He doesn't have much in terms of a wide receiver core. I think the Titans will be able to manage the clock here, and they have to. They have to be able to run the ball effectively because they've got no pass rush. Their defense is pathetic. They give up over 7 or 8 more points a game than the Ravens do. And we don't know how effective Marcus Mariota is going to be, and the Ravens still do have a good pass rush. So being the Titans, have to be able to establish the run today, and I think that's going to be the key in this particular contest. So I do like Tennessee. The line is 3.5. I'm obviously buying down the half point if this line crosses 3 or 4 on Tennessee. Let me take a look at one of your early games. Let me give you my opinion on that Rams-Giants game. You have 2 teams coming off a bye here. L.A. idle since that 33-0 home round of Arizona on October 22nd. But the game that really impressed me the week prior is they went to Jacksonville and took care of a pretty good defensive Jacksonville team and won in Jacksonville 27-17. They've won 4 of their last 5. 3-0 on the road, with the biggest win being the 35-30 upset win against the Cowboys as a 5.5-point underdog. Giants, what did they do? They finally win their game at Denver, their first win of the season after the 0-5 start. And the next week, they lose 24-7 at home to Seattle, right? They're going to be without their top cornerback today, Janoris Jenkins. We've seen the Rams be able to attack you through the air, and with Todd Gurley on the ground, I just think that this Rams team is for real. Yes, they have some defensive problems, but I ask you this. without Beckham, without Brandon Marshall, without any semblance of a ground game, with a defense really that's been asked to do so much, but is also weak in a secondary. What can the Giants do for you? We haven't seen the Giants do anything all season long. I just think the Rams today are a good play. Am I worried that this line has gone from 4.5 to 5.5 this morning? Public is all over LA. Not really, because I think LA is the right size. I think they were too cheap all week long, proving once again why you should bet the favorites early and the underdogs late. Public's jumped on LA, but I think it's a right public move. So again, I like LA, and the first complimentary play, Tennessee, is your 2 free picks for this Sunday. Good luck, everybody. Talk to you again tomorrow when we do it one more time.